Tanvir Kazmi with my news channel. See the world through Tanvir Kazmi. Again, I'm here to discuss a little bit sensitive topic, but it's a very important. I have seen many news of having trouble in the entire world. The topic is marriage, committed partner, Nikah versus Mutaa, Misyar, and temporary short-term relationships. It's a very important topic, and the world has been suffering for not understanding the boundaries and the laws given by their creator in the entire world. And you see the movies, the dramas, the serials are completely talking about love, relationships, failures, and cheating, and a lot of mistrust happening in the entire world. So I was trying to understand. I would try to explain to what's the purpose of man to woman relationship, boy and girl. What is purpose behind this? Think about what a human being is created by your Lord into your mother. We all humans are created in the wombs of mother, and the child come out of the stomach who is very innocent. He needs a lot of love. And when the person comes out, that free milk was provided into the breast of the mother, and all kind of fruits, vegetable, and meats and all kind of foods available to that person came into the world. So whatever the basic human needs when he or she comes into the world, that's they need a clothes to wear, they need water to drink, they need love from family, and so they can raise them very well, and they also need food, fruits, vegetable, and the houses to live. So these are the basic need which they're very important for each humans to have. And keep in your mind, there's a God creator, Bhagwan, Allah is sitting on the sky, and we all, humanity knows there's one creator who has given us the perfect. He sends the rain from the sky to give us, to produce fresh vegetable, fruits, and also give us drink water, which is a need of humanity and for our animals. Same thing, the food is needed. Our body need nutrition to live, to stay alive. And if we do not get food within few days, our body will perish and destroyed. Same thing, we need clothes to keep ourselves warm and look nice. And same thing, we need houses where we can sleep and take rest in the night. And we leave houses and go to the offices and everywhere so we can work and produce a lot of services for each other. So everything has been properly disciplined. Office, whenever go to any offices, whether they work in stores, whether they work in as being a medical staff or airline staff or mechanics shops, there are billions of shops working every day to humanity to give each other support, respect, and also services. That's why we survive and we're living a very comfortable life. So everything is disciplined. When we drive with the discipline. We go to driving test and driving schools and make sure we learn how to drive and how to drive carefully so that a person can get injured. Same thing when we go to work in offices, they give us legal departments show us the boundaries and limitations we can live. And this way we succeed, work, and the countries and the corporation grows, and we provide best services. Same thing in the houses. All the major three holy books, Quran, Torah, and Gospel, clearly mention the rules and guidelines. The man is 1 degree above the woman, and women and children are obedient to their husband. And the man's has been put love and kindness to their children and family, and give respect to your parents, your grandparents. And God has created us a family system. Keep in your mind, we live in a family. Animals are not given any laws. So if you see go into jungles and all animal planets or their movies or documentaries, you will see they continue to eat each other. They have no respect father has noticed, if they mate each other, they have no boundaries. So all these are going into, for humanity is a family system. To make sure the family survive and live in the best possible manner is the boundaries and the guidelines giving to us through the holy books. So not only we need food, water, and houses, and with a lot of services, we also need a sex desire which has been put into the humanity. Think about a child when he born, he or she, a child born, first 11 to 12 years, they are very positive. They give love to parents and the grandparents, and the houses are very peace. Suddenly they turn into 13 age, teenage, uh, and they become mature, and they start producing a certain chemical inside the body, which we call eggs or sperms, and their behavior suddenly change. They start feeling attraction to each other, opposite. Male feel attract to female, and female start getting attraction to male, and that is not their fault. This is the law of God. This is the desire of God. This is the way he has created us. So we multiply. Multiplication is very important for humanity, because human was given a short life, male and a female. They all given a short life in this life. You can see in the world, many people die in teenage, many people die in 20s, 30s, 40s, 50, and very few lives beyond 60, 70, or 80. So the main objective for this is, if you see those newspapers, they will tell you that 100 children born, for example, today, 50 dies today, 50 people or elderly people, or whoever dies. So it's very important that we keep on multiplying. So multiplication is very important. For that, God has put desire. Desire comes with physical to physical contacts. And God said, we put love and peace and tranquility between male and female. So when a male and a female meet together through body to body sex desire, they feel very comfort, and medical has proven they feel extraordinary pleasure during that process. And the man or the male uh, insert his male part. I have to talk a little bit open because this is the requirement of this topic. So male part goes in, and then release sperms into the ovary, and the women then produce best child, and then that child becomes, a love and the peace of the house. The grandparents, for uncles and aunties, they all feel very comfortable with the lived child. So this is the way we multiply. This is the way again that the children turn into 13, teen, and they need to mate, start mating each other. The system is not there enough, because the entire world, movies, dramas, series are continue telling the problem with the love, finding love, not ever having enough support by the system, by the country, by the elders, so they can get their desires fulfilled in lawful manner, within the reach and within the time. So when the time comes, teens, they need to mate each other. And if you stop, it's just like you asking a person not to eat today, or people not, food is not available, water is not available for 1 2 weeks. What happens to us? Our body is not ready to do any work. Our body feels stressed. We cry, we run around to find food to survive. Same thing is your sex desire. God has put into humanity, so male and a female, so they start attracting to each other and meet each other, find a peace and tranquility, and then produce children. This is the way we survive. So that's why marriage, another word called Nikah, and also committed partnership is also same thing. Or versus the Mutaa, Misyar practices going some of the Islamic mulk, Islamic countries. It's very important to know that, because human survive is the based on family system. We are not animals. We cannot go anywhere and put my seed into somebody else and then run away. And the woman say, I don't know who was that. So man is very important, that when we made somebody, the both families agreed, or if not agreed, still it's okay for a male and a female to understand the laws of God, the boundaries, where their practices they can do. We cannot live like animals. Go to see courts channel. How many family court system, how many people are suing each other. Girls does not know for a free sex society that how sometime a child born and nobody owned that child, and the female take few guys to the court. I have seen many courts. They say we don't know whose father is. They called four men's. They did DNA test. It was negative. They did four more, sometimes 20 guys, and they all found negative. And the court said, tell girl who else you slept with. And the child who will raise that condition, that child become criminals. As I said earlier in my other videos, many children are, according to chief of police, came here. He said 90% jails are full with the children, they are fatherless. Woman does not know who his father is. So free sex society is a destruction. Animals live, they eat each other, there is no boundary for them. But we are given a role of leading the entire universe. We are answerable on Judgment Day. We will be given hell, fire, or heaven player based on our deeds, how we do. So it's very important to understand that Mutaa, temporary short-term relationship, does not work for humanity. We need to provide a full-fledged commitment role based on boundaries set by our God Creator, Bhagwan, in the Gospel, Torah, and Quran. It's very important to understand humanity, family system, survival is based on these laws. So when a person lives short term, a woman based on money, if they say, okay, I'm available for you for 1 month if you're traveling, so they pay money to that girl, and the girl, they have physical sex with her, and then that person leaves. And then other person comes and say, I want you for 2 months. That person leaves, and third person comes. So data shows that one girl sometime with these two practices, practices by two major sects of Islam, sometimes they sleep, the girls, when ready to get married to a young man, to a family, she already have relationship with many of men, sometimes dozens of men, and now she cannot become, because the lust or desire or power she gets through having a lot of money and relationship, she does not feel desire to have committed to one person or one family, and she can become a very toxic, a destruction for society. That is happening not one or two, in millions, and that's why entire world's family system in chaos. So it's not possible short-term benefit. Quran clearly says, it has a verse say, when you take benefit of women, mean definitely it provide pleasure and peace in the house. So make sure to give them gifts. That's based on one verse. They have created some quotes from different books, humor written books. Humor written books are allowed only that if you match with Quran teaching, which has been saved from 1500 years. But nobody mentioned the next sentence. It says, what's the purpose of you to come to the girl and take into as a being a love or relationship? Are you taking just from body pleasure, or your objective is a peace and family system, or providing a benefit to you, respect in the society? So clearly God say only it is allowed relationship if you have objective is to, I'm creating a family, and both girls and boys committed roles that we will live according to that, and then produce family, children, grandchildren. This way we live in a very pleasant society. Keep in your mind, when a woman, a lot of prostitution has used these short-term roles to say to run their businesses, which is destroying not only men's life, they're taking all the money, and also young girls' life, because the people who sell them, they get 90% of the money, and the girls get nothing. They go into slavery, and then when they grow up, they become very toxic and dangerous for the entire society. So short term is not allowed. It is clearly said, what's the purpose? So if somebody say Misyar, I mean traveling companion, if I'm traveling to somebody, some other country, and I cannot fulfill my desire, so they go to that country and talk to local people and get a girl for 2 months, and they say we say in front of God we are husband and wife. That is not going to work. That is totally wrong. No way it is possible to keep the family system is prevailed, is getting multiplied. And I have seen a news, not only one in news, for many years, lot of documentaries and news. In California alone, they found in 90s, late 90s, 50,000 fetuses, children, bodies into trash can thrown up by the girls. 50,000, that's one example. Entire world went into chaos, and even in many countries, is Pakistan or India or China or anywhere in the world you go, you will find news the children they were finding in the streets, throwing into the trash can, and animals were eating them. That's a destruction of humanity. If we lose respect, God gonna destroy us. That's why He keep on destroying people, sending floods and tornadoes. It is not possible to have a short-term benefit. Yes, it is possible if divorce happens, disagreement happens, and even you were committed to live together, but for some reason it is not possible to live together, then the divorce condition are there that the male or female will live together in 3 months after divorce, same house. Everybody will try their best to unite them back, and then based on condition for child support and everything, respectfully for father and mother, they will depart, and they have proper condition of divorce, which I will try to explain. I think I explained already in one other video. So Misyar and Mutaa is not compatible with this Quran at all. Let's assume everybody start doing Mutaa and Misyar. Entire world will nobody will gonna produce child. Nobody, and the men's will suffer big time to lose all their money for going into women, and women get no respect as a mother, as a sister, as a grandmother. She will thrown down into the street after she lose her beauty. There are a lot of interviews, documentaries available when the girls say in one of the Buddhist country, they say they like us when we are in teenage, and when we become 18, they don't like us. Hundreds of men in villages are using us up to 13 or 12 age to 18, and they throw it away as a garbage and destroy us health. Same thing, a lot of things are happening in, for example, Thailand and other countries, where they're offering men all over the world to come and have short-term relationship with their daughters, and those people are running from Europe and all over the world for men who are retired to go and get pleasure from a young girl. And then they said there are a lot of gangsters. The news media was saying there are a lot of gangsters available. They're destroying. They took money from them through traps, through investment. The girls forced them to buy houses, take care of so many people, and then when the money is just gone, they throw them into the street. They say many hundreds and thousands of men are sitting on the street begging for when they cannot go back to their country. So this is a trap. We cannot live like animals. Without short term, no, it's not possible to live. Can we allow my mother, my sister or daughter do this? That is not respect for a beautiful child. It's not possible for her to serve so many people while she goes through menstruation period once in a month. She has to go through so many other issues. She needs love. She's a diamond. We cannot use her like for money making. Same thing with your traveling. If you are traveling, it's not allowed for you to have a temporary companion. You are leaving seeds. Everything, every relationship with man or female, boy and girl, whether it's 80 years old versus 12 years old girl, one process is same. The desire of sex mean the man goes remove his clothes, she removes her clothes, and he put her in a sperm throw, and then they feel relaxed. She likes it, men likes it. This is the way God wants us to do. But that is everywhere. There's a movie. There's no concept of love. Love is a part of this process. So you cannot possible that you continue to throw seeds into many women and women taking seeds from many men. and you can make family system prevail. It's not possible. Get away from these traps of shaitan who destroy you. If you want, if there is a way, God has told many ways that a man can have two, three, four committed partners. Even the people who God chosen, they can have more. So the way they can lead the world. Solomon has many, had many. Abraham had many. Prophet Muhammad had many. Joseph had so many. This way they were chosen. They had to rule the world. So that's what they were commanded to have more than one, many. But two or three or four, that means if you're traveling abroad, if you're in war, you can take your wife. You can take one person. If you cannot, then you have to show patience. We cannot go the route throwing seed into someone which we do not own the child. Child are destroying the world when they don't see love and any father relationship. They need relationship. They are based on humanity. They want family system. So we cannot leave behind something which destroys this world. So the best thing is, if you want, you should have two, three more available. Widows, divorce was told, do not stay single. After 3 months of death of your father, your husband, or any other reason or single, no singles should stay behind. That's the command of God. Because God knows the desire of mating is so high, nobody can tolerate this. Using sex toy is not going to help you. It's destroy your mind. It's not going to masturbating is destroying the health. It's not giving you comfort until you meet. Your body to body contact give you release a kind of heat, which is a cure for so many issues, so many boundaries, so many diseases you have. So it's better if you're traveling, you take one wife, and remaining, for example, one or two girls, they are allowed, if they belongs to one man, husband, partner, it's better they can, there's no boundary for them. So they can find peace together as a friend. Man will find peace with them. If still they have a problem, they cannot go somewhere together, then God say, be patient. Hereafter in this life is short, but hereafter is forever. There's no boundary. Even once our life is over, next life is will live forever. In paradise, God said, I will give you whatever you want. A woman, I will give you whatever you like. There's no limit. As I continue to say, that's why it's very important to understand that this short-term, temporary contact relationship is not going to work. It has destroyed. Each house go into the house. There's a poisonous societies. People are suffering. There are police is everywhere. So let's come out of the trap of that and make a committed partners. A man can have more women, and women can this way have not only enjoyment of men, they also have friends available to them. So any traveling problem, temporary availability, they can travel together, or they can be behind people. Girls can live together. This way, the world will be happy. The more children will be produced, more grandparents will be happy. Bigger families. State need to support this system and discourage other departments which are destroying the seed of Adam's, children, destroying the lives of younger girls. Let's come to the path of God. Let's come back to the path of peace and love and prosperity. All of the world together, one family under one God, children of Adam spread. Let's change. Take care. Talk to you next time. Bye.